What's up, guys? I came back to Jake's house for a week. Oh, thank you. Before I drop it. What's up? I came back to Jake's house for the weekend. Tried to finish the car up. He's been doing a lot by himself. But I was able to come out just for a few days to help him do some finishing touches on it to hopefully, you know, get the car started and driving in the next couple of days. So, I'm gonna turn the car. We pretty much finished all of like the mock-up shit. We just got headlights in, radiator, fuel tank in the back. Yeah, pretty much just wanted to show you guys where we're at right now before we tear it all apart, do the finishing work and paint the frame to make it stop rusting. Yeah, we've integrated a lot of stuff to make our own. What do I want to say? What am I trying to say for the hood?
Latches.
Latches, yeah. Hood latches. So this is also going to help brace the hood so it's not making so much rattly noise. Yeah, and then
ties the nose going all together too, so everything's a little more solid.
Yeah, because it's real flimsy. Well, you can't see now because it's solid. But
we also made a strut bar. It's all kind of triangulated together, so it's all less shitty.
Yeah, it's definitely not perfect, but we came up with some new words. What are they? Rat rod symmetry, rat rod level.
Yeah,
rat rod measurements.
This car was pretty tweaked. I mean, it's 80 years old. Plus, we've been using a hammer to install everything.
Yeah, it's definitely not perfect, but that's kind of the point of rat rod. So
yeah, its beauty is in the imperfections.
Yeah.
So Mike got some pretty neat aftermarket Harley Davidson lights that we top job down to our little mounts here.
Yeah, we got a little turbo header. What we're planning on doing now is running some exhaust pipe underneath the frame here and doing a tractor stack, because why not?
Fuck it.
We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do for the intake. We got a couple cone filters. We like the idea of it coming out like this and like being able to be visible, but we're driving it it's 24 hours of driving one way if we did a straight shot, which we're not planning on doing. We want to stop and talk to some of you guys along the way. So the likelihood that we go through rain in August in the Midwest during, I'm pretty sure, is that tornado season?
No idea.
I don't know either, but I'm sure we're gonna hit a lot of rain. As of right now, we got no fenders. It's whether we point it up, point it out, whatever, we're just gonna be sucking water, and we're thinking about putting it in the nose cone, but then it's gonna end up getting like choked out. So if we leave it out, then it's gonna end up rattling too much. It's gonna end up breaking stuff. If we put it up here, it's probably gonna be the best for structure, just over the engine. It's not like it's gonna end up getting heat soaked too bad if it's up here because it's all open, but that's probably gonna be the best spot for structure, but I think it's gonna kind of look goofy.
Well, the other thing we talked about is that's like driving position, and then we can always just turn it down to hang out the side at the show or wherever we park it. But like you said, having no fenders is going to be kind of stupid if it rains, or even not, just blowing all the dirt and shit up off the road. It's going to not be ideal.
Yeah, we've got some options for fenders. I think it looks better without them, but it's going to function better with them. So that's the kind of the
we have a
here.
Prototype set that I made right now that we might just use for driving and then just rip them off when we get there, but we're trying to keep that kind of stuff to the minimum.
Yeah, we don't really have room storage wise in the car.
Been getting custom wrap also.
Yeah,
we haven't done anything in here today, but I got the back pretty much finished up as you saw in the last video. There's a little bit of repainting, sealing to do there. Got a little bit of floor pan. I got this wire mesh in there for structure. I got to throw some sheet metal down.
I also think it looks dope though. I wish that rain wasn't a factor, because I would love to leave that open and drive like that. I think it'd be cool as shit. We also learned a new thing today on Facebook. This little access hatch, apparently this car had options for like the original feeder, like a foot heater, little heater core with a fan under the seat, which I think is pretty fucking cool. This car was like super optioned out for being 80 years old. I mean, this one wasn't because it didn't have that option, but just been working on cleaning it up and getting it ready for the finishing touches.
Yeah, we gotta run like brake lines and stuff still. Which is a bunch of little dumb shit, but hoping to, like usual, our working days are gonna be covered with thunderstorms. So trying to get all the welding and shit done today.
Yeah, get all that done. Tear the shit out so that we can paint it. Are we gonna try to do a startup tonight?
I don't know if we get to it. If we get back to final assembly,
we're gonna try to. Plan is to reseal the motor, get it started, run fuel lines, brake lines while the motor's out, and then once we get all the motor back in, and again, just do all of the wiring. Ava, chill out, dude.
Got our supervisor back. She says it looks like ass.
She's been quiet this entire time until we decided to come out and record.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're looking at maybe utilizing the same taillights, just throwing some LEDs in it. Throwing some LEDs in the back for trunk lighting. LEDs for dome light in the car. Jake already bought one of those. And then do some douchebaggy shit and run an LED strip underneath that the square tube that you saw that we were going to use for that we're using for the latch. I can't say that word, latch.
Four-letter words are hard.
Yeah. I've been bleeding for like 28 hours straight. So. That was a gunshot.
Welcome to Tennessee.
Figure something out for the trim. I like the idea of using chain for the trim as well. Just there's little aesthetic things that don't really matter right now. Today's Saturday. I have to leave Tuesday early afternoon to get back because I have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. So we have, from what you're seeing right now, we have basically 2 full more days after today to tear it apart, paint it, put it all back together again, start it, and drive it. So.
Roughly. Yeah, I have a lot of trips planned for July, and then this trip for this car is in August, so the idea is not to make the maiden voyage on the way to Nebraska.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea. We're in the works right now to find someone for a chase vehicle because not that we don't trust our work, it just would be a bad idea for anything to just drive 24 hours in a vehicle that hasn't been tested for a couple of years, essentially. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. We could do a bunch of test drives, it's perfectly fine, and then we just decide, oh, we're going to drive it. We get 300 miles from home, and it just blows up.
Weirder things have happened. So it'd be nice to just come beat the shit out of it locally.
Yeah.
Put it through its paces now. There's going to be bugs. There's always bugs on homemade things like this.
When's the Nationals? This weekend? Next weekend?
In like 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to be gone. Never mind. It would have been cool to make the maiden voyage to New York for that.
Not that that's any shorter.
Shit, it's only like 8 hours, right? Woo!